Hello and welcome to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. My name is Winona, and today I'm gonna be just playing Scribbles today, my little wizard. And today I'm joined by the amazing and wonderful and lovely.
Ah. Hello, everybody. I am Whis, the very flattered, and I'm going to be playing Selli Alamos today.
Yes,
Some beans are going on a date. Nah.
yes, they're going on a little date finally. After all this whole entire month has been a little bit messy for Scribbles. He's just like a lot of things have happened and a lot of other tutoring stuff has happened, which has been also in the span of one day for the person in real time.
Because
But
you're insane and cannot be stopped.
I am insane. I cannot be stopped. I am not sorry for what I did for today. This is my 4th out of 5 FPSs for today.
God.
I am very happy of almost breaking the record. But anyways, yeah. But it's just gonna be Scribbles today because Scribbles has instinctively told Scratch, who is also in his ambulata form today, for the special occasion of Marigold, that Marigold finally meeting Scratch's ambulata form, and they're gonna have a day and night, a little day to themselves, and they're gonna sleep over somewhere. It's either gonna be a Nebula's or it's probably gonna be either a Nebula's or at TOC, whatever it is. They're not going to be they're not going to be in the house for the whole rest of the day and or night, because Scribble's just like, no, we're having the day to ourselves and the night to ourselves. Thank you.
Be gone, child, please.
Be gone, children, please.
Mm-hmm. So,
Yeah, but
Sally has been looking forward to this for probably at least the last week, and with that kind of excitement where you just sort of buzz slightly, like you know that it's happening in a couple of days, and you're just like, ooh, 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 it's in a few days. Oh dear. And she glows when she's happy, and yeah, she's been glowing basically non-stop all week.
oh, yeah, Scribbles has indeed noticed that. He's very excited too. A lot of the week has been when she's around, like little hearts in his hair. Like he can't wait for this too. But there's also sort of the air is like, oh, I'm a little bit nervous about this. I really hope she like really likes this. It's just like, oh,
Oh dear.
yeah. But I see Scribbles like getting ready for this. He's in the restroom, just like giving himself a once over. He's like, yeah, I look good, right? Yeah, I say jacket, keys, car, wallet. Yes, I got everything. Yes, I think I'm all ready.
I took a mouthful of my gingerbread just as you said that. Oh my goodness. Um, and Sally, for her part, she has a few different winter outfits now. She has some boots, and a dress and a cloak, some of which she obtained while hanging out with Marigold. She loves them very much.
Yes.
And she's wearing. It's very similar to her normal dress. It's the same sort of pink, but it goes down to like her mid shin. And it has the blue panel goes further down her chest, and only her shoulders are yellow. And she has this darker pink cloak that she wears that's filled with fluff, so it's nice and snug.
Yeah.
And she's just sort of wearing that, and she's wearing her new boots, and she's just sort of standing out in the main room, half bouncing, half fiddling with her fingers, and glowing. It's like, ooh, ooh, we get to go out. Scratch isn't
Yeah.
here. Marigold's not here. It's just us.
Yes. It's just us. Yeah, as Shrivel comes out, it's like, you all ready? Oh, and Scribble's like puts out an arm for her to hold, just like a gentleman.
She's gonna I really should have eaten my gingerbread earlier. I'm sorry about that.
Is it good gingerbread?
It's got a lot of ginger in it, I'm not gonna lie.
I
Um,
see.
but yeah, she does a few little more bounces, and then she just loops her arm in Scribbles and gives his arm a little bit of a squeeze. I'm ready.
All right. And Skrill is just like beaming and smiling with his hair already in so many little heart curls.
She has
As
come
he,
to recognize the little hearts, and it just sort of makes her blush every time she sees him. His hair go all heart swellies.
yeah, yeah, she has her glow, he has his hearts. That's how they show happiness and love.
No.
As Scribbles then leads her out the door, locks it, of course, and heads out to the park area where it's just a beautiful day. They couldn't ask for any better weather. Maybe just like a very, very light snowfall. It's happening as everyone the animus lights are now are fully out and everything. It's beautiful,
Mm.
even if even it's for just this walk there.
Yeah, and like it's very very gently snowing, and every time a snowflake lands on Selli or whatever, because she's so unused to this cold thing, she'll notice it straight away, and she's like, brush the snowflakes off, and it's like at the same time she's getting a whole bunch on her hood, which she can't actually feel through, but like on her arm or whatever, she's like, cold, cold.
Yeah, Scribbles chuckles a little bit as he noticed this.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, nothing. Just cute when you get snow on your little. You're cute when you get snow on yourself.
It's cold, Scribbles. I'm so not used to it.
I know. As he like, as he like, as he like leans over and sort of nuzzles into her.
she'll,
But
she'll lean back, and she kind of uses her free arm to pull her cloak around her a little bit more.
yeah, and he uses his other hand to like wrap the other side of the cloak around her.
So,
But even if it's so cold, I hope you enjoy today.
I'm sure I will. What did you have in mind?
Well, it's still, I thought we maybe start with some skating. Ice skating, that's a word. And he blushes a little bit.
Skating. Yeah, we could. Yeah, let's get the difficult part out of the way first.
I say, I'm sure, I say, don't worry, I'll help ya.
Marigold did teach me a little, but I can't say that I'd be any good at it.
Don't need to be good when you're with me. I'm just happy that you'll do it with me. And he leans down and gives her a kiss on the gem.
She's blushing now. She's blushing a lot.
Yeah, he's just smiling as they walk to the park where I'm guessing there's like a giant lake pond thing
Yep.
with ice skating.
Oh yeah. It's a very popular spot. It's the same spot that Selli and Marigold went earlier in the season. But now there's a lot more snow on the ground. The trees are well bare. And there are a lot more people here too.
Yeah, with the lights on the bare trees and everything. It's still very beautiful. She leads her over to where they buy like, the skates for the ice skating.
Mm-mm. And Sally's actually just going to sort of look down at her feet when they get over to where you get your ice skates. I actually have to take my shoes off this time. I was barefoot before.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to take mine off too, as he's wearing boots actually for today, just because of how deep the snow is.
Mm. Usually it doesn't bother me not wearing any shoes, but I'm not terribly fond of walking through this snow.
All right. Say you. How about you sit down and if you tell me what size you have, I can get your skates for you.
She's going to just sort of she is going to sit down, and then she's going to take off her boots, and then just sort of look at them, and then just hand one of her boots to him, because like, I don't know what shoe size and little stick legs are, but it's not going to be very big.
Scribbles smiles like, "All right, I'll get it for you." As he goes over to the little booth where he gets the skates, and as I say, he makes sure he gets the right size for her, along with his skates, of course. As he comes back and gives the skates to her.
They're probably almost the same skates that she got last time, because there are probably fewer toons that have really, really skinny legs, although there are a few I can think of. But anyway, but she'll put them on and tie them up, but then she's just going to sit there and wait until Scribbles is ready.
Yeah, and Scribbles he's done this many times in his past, so he's quick to lace up his skates and stuff. When he just stands up and waits for Selli to be done with hers, and lends another arm for her to hold on to him as they make their way to the pond.
She's going to hold on to him very tightly. And like, part of the reason why she has so much trouble balancing on these skates is because aforementioned little stick legs, they don't have toes. She doesn't have a heel. It's just it's kind of like yeah, it's just leg all the way down. Really. So like, the concept of having like the front and back of the ice skate is very foreign to her.
Yeah. And Scribbles just makes sure to hold on tight to her as they get to the edge, where he steps onto the ice first and waits for her patiently to take her time with getting to the ice herself.
Now, I'm going to roll her a dex. And I'm going to roll it at advantage, just this once. Because she's focusing very, very hard. And because she got a little bit of practice in with Marigold. However, after this once, she's on her own. 15. Okay, 15's not bad. She's upright. She might be doing the little duck feet sort of thing a little bit, but she's not falling down. She's doing all right.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Well, it's a little familiar. Oh dear, it is a lot easier with something to hold on to, though. Oh my goodness.
You're fine. As you make sure to him to make sure to hold her arm and stuff. Just make sure she has something to latch on to. It's like, we can go slow. We have the whole day.
She nods, and she's just sort of holding on, and she's putting all of her focus into just staying upright. She has no concept of how to accelerate.
Yeah, and Scribble gently pushes off and makes sure to go really, really slow for her to make sure she doesn't fall right away again.
Yeah.
Well, not again, but...
Well, let's see how she does now that they're moving. 16, hey! That's okay.
Woo!
She's doing alright. She's actually got her skates pointed in the right direction, so it's fairly easy for Scribbles to pull her along the ice, and she's just sort of got her knees bent, and she's holding on. Just how I learned how to skate, actually.
Yeah.
Mine was on roller skates, not on ice skates.
I honestly don't remember if I started on roller or ice skates, because I lived on a lake, so I'm assuming that I learned to ice skate first. But at the same time, we have back at home we have a roller rink, so I don't remember which came first.
It can be like that. Oh dear. So she's just chilling. She's holding on. She's looking at her feet. But then she sort of, after a little while, she just sort of straightens just a little bit and getting a little bit of courage up. Oh, this isn't so bad.
Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah, a little bit crowded, but it is late in the season now.
Yes. Not long till Alamos.
Not long at all. You been doing okay, though? It's your first Animus, well, I'm assuming away from the island.
Yes, my first away from home. I've found a few things that I've put in the post to send to Father as an Alamos gift. But apart from that, I'm excited. It's new and different and the same, familiar, all at once.
He smiles. I'm curious, has he sent any response back to you? Like, has he been it's just like, I don't know. He said any gifts back? I'm not very sure if I noticed or not. If I haven't, I'm sorry.
She shakes her head. No, Father hasn't responded to any of my letters, but I wasn't particularly expecting him to.
Oh? He looks a little, he's not, she would say, he doesn't look surprised, but at the same time, he does. It's just like, he's just, I don't know, he's just like, sort of a little bit put off by that too. It's just like, though he's like maybe thinking maybe it hasn't been enough time since since she said it, but it's just like, but he just nods at that. Let's see.
Can't imagine what news he would have to tell me anyway.
Oh no. I mean, even if it's small, I feel like, I don't know. He could probably tell you at least something, though. I don't know either. From what you've told me of your father, maybe, I don't know. It's just, let's not think about that.
She nods and kind of half leans her head into Scribbles' back.
Scribbles wraps his arm around Selli. Happy things. Let's just say this is a happy day for us. I'm just so happy that I get to spend my animus with you. And yeah.
Oh, she's blushing again. And like she's glowing again. Oh dear, dear. No, she's glowing so much right now.
He's just smiling at that. He loved seeing her glow. It's just he just leans on her a bit and just as they ice skate. Though I'm gonna make Scribbles make a perception check really quickly.
Oh.
Okay. He sees it, but you know those say I see back when I was rollerblading and somewhat ice skating because I have actually been to like some ice skating rinks like downtown before. There's always some teenagers skating around as fast as they can around the ice or the rink without a care about anyone else.
Oh yeah.
And he sees these teenagers coming up, but unfortunately, he doesn't have the time to like fully react to them, like blowing past them. So we need to make some deck saves.
Splendid. She's awful at those. And she's rolling really well though, so that's alright.
So it Scribbles.
Yeah,
So good. I'm guessing to say like he like braces onto her and like make sure to get into a good leg position of like making sure they don't knock her over or him over as these teenagers just fly by them at top speed trying to race each other. And you see something that you haven't seen before with Scribbles. His hair goes spiky in scribbly form. He's like, "Hey, watch out!"
Oh,
he just looks
boy,
he looks mad at these children.
Oh dear, oh dear. Selli is going to sort of just cling to Scribbles a little bit, and she's didn't actually see the teenagers at all. All she sort of felt was the semi-sonic boom as all these fast-moving skaters go past. And so she just sort of clings to him and then just sort of jolts a little bit. And I'm actually going to do another dex save to see whether she falls over as he's yelling at teenagers. Oh, that's a 4. Oh, that's a 4. Okay, so Scribbles sort of shouts and she jolts, and then you know when you sort of do the backpedaling in on the spot with the ice skates as you're trying to not fall over. She starts doing that, and she's holding on. She's like, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Oh no!
And I am very tempted for Scribbles to have to do a strength save to stop her from falling over.
Yeah, let's do that because maybe his boot camp from earlier in the month has helped. We'll see if he's actually retained any muscles.
No.
Nope. He's still a twig. He is still a twig and falls over with her.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Alright, you know what? Can you do me another dex save to see whether or not he lands on the ice or on her?
I almost want to say it on her, but I'm gonna make the dex save. Just because it'd be hilarious.
That's an 8. I'm gonna say she falls backwards. I'm actually gonna do her a dex save, see where she hits her head or not. Nah. Okay, she falls backwards, lands on her bum, and then flat on her back, and then Scribbles goes on top, and there's just this little wheeze from her.
Yeah.
Luckily, he is UPA and it doesn't weigh much, so...
Yeah, he is a twig. He doesn't weigh much at all.
It's more just the impact of pushing all of the air out of her lungs, and she's now just lying on her back on the ice, with Scribbles lying on top of her, and she's just sort of lying there a bit stunned.
Yeah, Scribbles doesn't register this right away. He first looked at the teenager skating away. He's like, darn teenagers, they always don't care about who's on the ice, and as he then slowly turns to Selli as he notices that he's just right on top of her. And his face is red. It's very red.
She's just lying there, just sort of looking at him. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. And, she's blushing too, but also she's also, now damp because she's on the ice, which is wet and cold, and ow, that was hard because ice is like concrete.
Yeah, it is like concrete, and it takes him a moment, but then he shakes his head. Here, let me help you up. Yes, and he tries to help her up.
I don't think I'll make you roll for that one. That seems mean. She'll sit up and kind of aid the process of getting up off the ice. Luckily, she didn't bash her head, and I'm not going to roll damage or anything because that's not what we're here for. That's not what we're here for.
No, not at all. Let's see. Are you right? You're not hurt or anything. They say, I think teenagers like that, they have no respect.
I'm fine. I might have a little bit of a bruise in the morning, but I was expecting to fall over at least once. So, I'm fine.
Alright. As he, pulls her in and gives her a kiss on top of the head.
That makes her blush again. That she's fine now. She just sort of does that little bashful little wiggle.
Sorry, he then runs his hand through his hair, trying to he's calming down himself along with his hair. He brushes his hand through his hair to straighten out the jagged scribbles into his normal circly scribbles.
She just sort of reaches up and pats his cheek. You're alright. You shouldn't try and hide it. You were upset.
I shouldn't have yelled. He is you can roll the insight if you want.
Sure, let's see how that goes. What's your insight, Selli? Oh yeah, that's fine. That's perfectly respectable. Dirty 20. I'll take that.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, nice.
You could definitely tell he's uncomfortable with his rage. It's very much along the line he doesn't like showing that part of him at all.
And she's just gonna, pat his cheek and then give him a little bit of a hug and then turn to find the teenagers, as I assume they've completely disregarded his attempts at corralling their behavior.
Oh yeah, very much so. Teenagers don't care, man.
Yeah, that's true. And she's just gonna pick them out with her eye and then go, it's all right to be upset, but it doesn't seem to have done any good anyway. See, they probably didn't even hear you. And she just sort of points them out as they're going.
You're not wrong. I just don't like showing my anger that much. I, in the past, had a bad temper, and I've been trying to work on it.
That's admirable.
Thanks. It's still a sore spot for me, though.
Everyone gets angry, Scribbles. It's normal, healthy. So you shouldn't try and repress it. Just temper it a little.
Scribbles not. Yeah. Gotta keep reminding myself that. Gives her a very soft smile.
And she smiles back with her eye and just sort of leans in and leans her head on his arm.
He smiles as he sort of leans back on her a little bit, but not like too much to not get them off balance,
Yeah.
As they continue on, though he still has his eyes trained on the teenagers, he's just like, no, you're not gonna do that again.
Fair enough. I'm gonna roll another dex. How is Selli doing after having fallen over? Hey, that's a 19. That's alright. She's doing
Yeah, that's
okay.
nice. Yeah, that's pretty good.
She's
yeah.
Getting the hang of this ice skating thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Though I will say she's probably starting to get a little bit tired because this is a lot more exercise than she's used to.
Yeah, and they probably spend a good couple hours on the ice skating rink, just very much relaxing and stuff. Besides the teenagers, who I'm guessing, and it didn't take too long and too many people complaining, where some of the more officials that have been like keeping track of the rink have like scolded them, and there's like, hey, you gotta be slowed down, or you're gonna be off the rink.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And like Selli is used to going up the insane amount of stairs that lead up to the Hall of Origin on Johto's, but this is a very different set of muscle groups. So she's not used to this at all. But she's having a good time. But by the time they get off the ice, she's just like, I would like to sit down. Like, she doesn't say anything, but she just radiates, I would like to sit.
Scribbles notice that, and he's like, hey, how about we go get some hot chocolate? Just relax.
She'll just sort of look up at him and do that smile thing again that all Pokemon have to do because they don't have a mouth.
Yeah.
I'd really like that. Yes, please.
Yeah, and Scribbles smiles as they get off and their ice skates and stuff, return them back to the people, and let's just say that nearby there's a little hot chocolate stand where there's have you seen those almost lamp looking things, but yet they radiate heat?
Oh, yeah. So they've got a really wide metal hat, and then they've got the heater bit underneath, and they're on a stick. Yeah.
Those. Yeah, there's a couple of those around this stand that you could definitely tell it's probably it comes here every single day, and that's why they have so many of these heat lamps around, where there's also some tables that they can sit down at.
Yeah, and Scribbles doesn't even have to roll an insight or anything. As soon as they find a table and she gets into her chair, she just sort of slumps into her chair a little bit, just with a small sigh. She's trying to stay dignified, but whew, that was a long time of doing exercise. Wow. She is a bookworm. She is not accustomed to this.
Yeah, even though Scribbles is a bookworm, he has enough at least muscles that since he's used to winter and used to doing these winter activities, he's not as winded, but he definitely is a bit tired too. And he smiles as he sees Selli, so he's like, "You don't have you don't have to hide it from me. You can, if you need. I know that you're not used to this sort of activity."
It's fine. I'm doing all right. I'm just a little bit tired. That's all. I'll be fine.
Well, we could definitely relax for a bit, and then maybe before dinner we could do something else wintry.
Oh, I've seen pictures of what were they called? Snowmen made out of big
Yes.
balls of snow. Could we try doing that?
Mhm. Yeah, we could definitely build a snowman.
She is now bouncing slightly in her seat.
And he smiles at that. Loved seeing her happy so much. As he
Dear. Oh dear, oh dear. I think after Scribbles gets their hot chocolate or whatever and hands her hers, she's going to sip at it and just sort of go, warm. And then look back up at him and ask, It's good that you're letting yourself take a break from all of your study. Is it going well?
Scribbles nods. Yeah, it's been going pretty well so far. There's still some things that, well, I would have to be with hopefully maybe Scratch will test some things out while he's with Marigold, but that's because he's in a different form. I assume that his Ambulata form could, I don't know, it's like be a reflection of what he could possibly do in the future, but at the same time, it's still so new. He's still so young,
Isn't
or at
he as
least in
old as...
power level.
He's the same age as you, isn't he?
Technically, he's about half my age to be, if we're going to be technical on this. But his demeanor is very much still like a child.
Yes. A child with a very large vocabulary, but a child nonetheless. very, very cute. She just sort of puts one hand on her cheek and sort of leans into it a little bit. It's like, he's just cute.
I agree. He is very smart for his demeanor, his age. But there is a thing where there's emotional, like, you know, say there's emotional intelligence and knowledge intelligence, and maybe it's just because he is the not newly formed, but he's still young in his development as a Uramajike. Maybe that has to do something with his more childlike demeanor.
I don't mind it. He's quite charming. I suppose he gets that from you.
Scribbles now has the blush on him. Yeah, just hearts all the hair. It's like
Sally's not dumb. She knew exactly what she was doing when she said that.
yes.
Oh dear. She's gonna just giggle at his
Yeah,
reaction.
Scribbles is just like yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't know what to say. He's caught off guard. He's like, oh, my heart.
I'm sorry I haven't looked at that tablet for you yet.
Oh. Hey, it's okay. Well, we'll look at it. We can always look at it later. Though, say, I do have it now, but this is our day. We don't have to worry about that.
Oh, I wouldn't want to look at it now. I just know we've had it for a month now, and I've not really put in the effort. We've still been working so hard.
A lot's just been happening lately, and I have been settling down a bit from my studies from where it first started. And he rubs the back of his neck about that. he's not gonna he's not gonna hide the fact that went a little bit crazy at first.
Mm-hmm. It is good that you're sleeping now.
Well, you've been helping me out with that.
Now it's her turn to just blush. She's just gonna fiddle with her fingers. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's warmer in your room than in the library.
Yeah. I say, and like you saw, I was like making sure that you have enough blankets too, even if my room is still warm. It's just like, I just want to take care of you.
And she's just sort of fiddles with her fingers a little bit more enthusiastically. She's like, oh.
And you smile at that. Though I hope it wasn't too, like, you've been comfortable. You can tell me anything. I'd never want you to make you feel uncomfortable.
I'm very comfortable. It's actually been a bit of a surprise, if I'm honest.
You and me both.
The way that my father spoke about the mainland, I always thought it was going to be such a strange place. And really the strangest thing that I've seen so far is the snow. She just sort of turns and looks thoughtfully out over the white version of Toontown that sort of sits before them.
Scribbles smiles and looks around. Well, I don't blame him to say that things are strange on the mainland. Things are, and they can be. This is Toontown. Anything can happen. It flashback to when he met Joanne and came back home to the apartment with a black eye because he ran into an obstacle course like a full speed.
Oh dear. Yes, she
Yeah.
remembers that. She remembers fussing and just, you're okay? Hands glowing with healing magic. Here we go.
Yeah, he probably had to explain to Selli. He's like, no, I'm fine. I didn't get into a fight or anything. I just ran into I ran into basically a giant thing of wood. Trying to vault over it. I can't remember the name right now.
Oh dear, that's funny. Oh dear. But yeah, she's quite thoughtful and looking out over the snow and sipping at her hot chocolate.
Though I am very happy that you have enjoyed it here on the mainland.
Me too. As it stands, I don't want to hurry with going back. It's really nice. It's very pleasant, and everyone is so friendly. And I've got you and Scratch and Marigold are here, and it would be sad to leave everything behind.
And Scribbles reaches his hand over to grab hers gently. He's like, well, when your mission done, you don't have to leave us behind.
She nods and smiles and then just sort of flips her hand around to give his hand a little bit of a squeeze. I
Yeah.
feel as though I'll be holding you to that, Scribbles.
Don't worry. I say, it's I'm not. I would never lie to you.
She just sort of brightens and smiles a little bit more.
Yeah.
After we make a snowman, what else should we do?
Well, after we make snowmen, I know that we'll have to get to our reservations, but I know after that, I know there is a little concert in the park where the music actually like goes with the lights. It's a little light show / music concert.
Ooh, well, that sounds lovely. I don't think we have anything like that back home.
Yeah, they make sure to make it a spectacle here from what I've heard about it.
That sounds like the general feeling about all the different events in Toontown. Why do anything by halves?
Yeah, I agree there. It's definitely very much a change from UPA for sure, but a very enjoyable one.
Does it snow in UPA?
Oh yes, it snows. It snows in UPA. Though we don't like Millstown kinda does it, but like you said, they don't do halves in Toontown. It's just a
Suppose.
different feeling in University City. Most of the people either are gone or they are just in their own little homes. Since the university is there, most people leave on winter break.
We don't have a formal school on Johto's, so I'm not really familiar with how it works.
It's a lot to it. Maybe I'll like show you, like I know there's a university here. I think if I remember correctly, maybe show you around the university here.
And she just sort of stops and is now looking really, really thoughtful. Like, she's still got her face pointed in his direction, but you can tell that she's not actually looking at him. She's just sort of looking in that direction. And she's like, "Oh, school. I could try school. What would I study? Ooh." And she's just got these little gears in her head going, ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk.
Aw, yeah. Scribbles smiles at that. But then, like as he finishes off his hot chocolate, he's like, say, are you done yet? Are you done with your hot chocolate yet?
And she sort of
I don't.
jolts a little bit and is like, "Oh, almost." And she just sort of grabs her cup in both hands and drains it and then puts it down.
Oh, no. You see, I didn't mean you had to rush at all. That's not what I meant at all. It's just like he's a little bit embarrassed.
It only had like a mouthful or something left in it, so it wasn't that much. It wasn't just like glug glug glug. It was more of a long sip kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, he's still like, oh no. This is like self-conscious a little bit. It's just like no.
Yeah, she's excited now. She wants to make snowmen.
Yeah, Scribbles is like, all right, let's go make a snowman.
How do we go about it? Do we? I assume we have
Let's
to
say,
make a ball of snow. I can't see it falling in that shape.
yeah, I say, I'll come show you. As like they throw away their cups, and then he leads her over to like this like a large snow area where like some other like little children have made snowmen. There's some other kids that are snowball fighting and everything. And Scribbles kneels down to the ground and like picks up a glob of snow and like packs it into a ball.
She's watching, fascinated.
Yeah, it's like, see, you just first pack it up like this, and then you set it on the ground here. And depending on how big you want to make sure you want the bottom, like the bottom of the snowman the largest, and then he like starts rolling up the snowball. It's like, yeah, you want to make sure the bottom is the largest, and then it's usually snowmen come in 3 pieces. Though there are some people who've made this an art. As he probably looks over, and there's probably like a snow sculpture like contest somewhere nearby,
Oh
as he
yeah.
like these crazy snow sculptures.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Full sized replica of the set of one of the engineers' movies or something off over there.
Yeah, a big willow made out of snow.
Oh, that'd be something to see. Gosh.
Oh yeah.
Selli is going to be watching this instruction very, very carefully, and she's going to do the same. What can I roll for making this snow thing?
I don't know.
How about we just go with Dex? That seems to be the flavor of the day.
Dex. Yeah, Dex of the day.
13's not bad. Just getting the hang of it.
Yeah.
It's not a very complicated process, and she doesn't have to balance or anything, so this is a little bit easier for her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Scribbles has done this before, so he sort of just like kind of halfway teaches her, halfway does his own. Like, it's not a perfect snowman either, but it's still like he's used to doing this.
Yep. And I'm gonna roll a d2. Okay. Great. So she's watched this sort of instruction and listened to the big one at the bottom has to be the biggest. It's got 3 pieces. Okay. She never saw these things to scale, so she has started making like the ones where the bottom is about the size of a grapefruit. That's as big as she's made them, and she's just got a whole, and she's just making a few just to practice. So she's just now got like 6 very small little snowmen, unadorned, without faces or arms or anything, but just 3 stacks of 3.
Yeah, well, Scribbles has this like one big regular snowman.
She's having fun.
And he's happy to see her have fun, making these like small little army of snowmen. You're doing great, Selli.
I think I've got the hang of it, although my hands are starting to get a bit cold. What do we do after we've stacked them up? Oh goodness.
Well, usually, usually all snowmen vary, but they're usually around. I was taught to make them around this size, as he like pats his.
Oh, she sort of glances down at her little collective. Is like, oh, I made small ones.
They're really adorable. You can almost say that these are the snowman has a lot of little children.
Yes, I suppose we could say that. And she sort of stops and brings her hands up and starts exhaling on them to get her hands warm because she's not wearing gloves or anything.
Yeah, Scribbles goes over to her and like cups his hands with hers and like blows on him too.
And she's just sort of sits there and blushes.
Yeah, I say, let me help you with that.
Oh dear. The logical part of me is going, there are easier ways to do that. You both have magic. But then I'm like, but they're dumb.
They're dumb and they're on a date and it's adorable. Literally, they can use prestidigitation, but at the same time, this is much more cuter.
This is very cute. And Selli's just sort of sitting there going, ah. Oh.
Yeah, and Scribbles is just making little, like, he's mesmerized by her, like, sort of like, Google, like, heart eyes almost.
Oh, Scribbles. Oh dear. I think she's just gonna sort of stand there for a little bit and then, like, look away really bashfully.
And he smiles. But to answer your question, we usually put decorations on the snowmen. Usually they have like little rocks to make for eyes, and then some people like he goes over to the snowman and like just with his finger makes like a little smiley face on it.
Hmm. Oh, that's cute. Um, okay. And I'm gonna roll her a perception. Nah, she can't find anything. She starts sort of just shuffling through the snow, like at the base of a tree, and she can't get anything.
Yeah, let's see. Because I had an idea for this too. Let's see if Scribble sees it. Oh yeah.
Yes, that's a nat 20. Yes.
Scribbles then points out that there's like a snow building, like there's like a whole like little tables of like materials to make to have for snowman. Like there's a couple of buckets of different colored rocks. There's a whole basket of carrots if they wanted to use that for noses. There's even like those little dye things that have you seen sort of seen those that they use color to put on the snow?
Oh, like a tiny pipette of like food coloring.
Yeah, yeah, a little pipette.
Ooh.
Couldn't remember the name of it. Yes.
See, it doesn't snow where I live. I do not know the ins and outs of snowman creation. Just like Selli.
Yes, they say it could be. Yeah.
Oh dear. Okay. Well, if he points this out to her, she's gonna sort of stop digging around near the tree and shake her hands out a little bit. And she's now sort of blushing because she's embarrassed. It's like, oh, that seems a lot easier.
Scribbles wraps his arm around her. It's all right. You're not. You're not. I'm just sort of used to looking out for these sort of things. A lot. Say, as you can see, like this is a lot of a community thing. Say they always usually have these sort of events for like kids, but also adults too.
Oh, I think the children at home would adore this.
I think they would too.
So they get to play on the beach whenever they like. They like that.
Yeah. Do they make little sand castles, say in the wintertime or anytime really? It's just it's
yes.
sort of but say I'm
Sandcastles
not.
are very popular.
Yeah, I'm just not used to the idea of having it be warm 24/7 and like all year round.
Yes, it's. I mean, it does. The seasons do change, and the temperature does too. But it doesn't get this cold in the winter. It's just not as warm. Summer is quite hot.
I can only imagine it being very hot.
And humid. It rains a lot in the summer.
Yeah. It varies from place to place here. Say sometimes it's humid in some places, and other times it's very dry. Uh, it flip flops in Toontown, from what I've heard.
I look forward to seeing all the different kinds of weather that's here then.
Yeah. As he then leads her over to the snowman building station.
I think Selli is going to she's not going to go for a full carrot because most of the carrots are larger than the snowmen that she's made. But
I mean, there are baby carrots probably.
Baby carrots, yeah, she's going to try and find some itty bitty baby carrots and she'll pick out some of those, and she might go for some strips of ribbon, and she'll get a couple of the different colours of the pipettes with the dye in them.
Yeah, and Scrambles is gonna maybe get some pipettes of the dye along with a little knitted scarf and the rock and some black rocks for the eyes and a large carrot for the nose.
She's excited. She's having a great time. She's never been
Scribbles.
particularly artistic, but this is fun.
Yeah. This is just a thing you can just enjoy. It doesn't have to be good. It's just you're creating stuff.
That's kind of like a core Toonkind thing, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Oh dear. So Selli's gonna give each of her little snow children a little tiny baby carrot nose, and she's gonna use the pipette for the little buttons and the eyes, and then she's gonna stick the pipette into its head as a little cap. So she's got six.
Aw.
They're all different colors, and they've all got a little pipette hat.
Oh, that's adorable. I love it. Scribbles like makes the mouth and then puts the rocks for the eyes and wraps the little scarf around its neck, and also uses a different pipette to get the like little swirly of hairs.
Oh, cute. Oh dear. Yeah, so she's given with the ribbon that she got. They've each got a little bow, and she's not doing it up like a scarf. She's doing it up like a little bow tie. Each of them has a different colored little ribbon bow tie.
Oh, it's adorable. Love it. Yeah, Scribbles looks at the eyes, she's like, oh, those are. You say you did those so well. Oh, look, they're so cute.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with them. They look. I thought the little hats are a little bit odd, but it works. It works.
I agree. I think they're very cute.
And she sort of just sits back on the snow and then just sort of very quietly starts giggling to herself. She's so proud of herself.
And Scribbles is beaming that she's so happy and proud of herself. It's just like he's like, yes, the state is going very well.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Mm-hmm. As he then he just sort of like looks down at his wrist and he has a little watch. He's like, oh, hey Selli, I think this is actually perfect timing. And say we should have enough time to make it to the restaurant for our reservation.
Oh, of course. And she's gonna get up off the snow and brush herself off and adjust her cloak because she's like, oh wait, I was sitting in the snow. That's cold.
As he smiles and and grabs her hand. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. I'm ready.
All right. He then walks off, and it's already getting to be a little bit dark because it gets early. It gets darker around dinner time in the winter time.
Mm-hmm.
So he walks her down the street holding hands to this nice little restaurant that it looks like it's one of those restaurants that are built into a house. It has a very homely feeling with the strong Italian sense what wafting out of the door as it opens, as there is just very homely feeling to it.
Oh, nice. I dig it. Makes me want to eat pasta.
I know.
I haven't had lunch yet, so that's probably why. Okay.
Yeah, I had pasta earlier today for lunch.
I think I'm having leftover potato bake. Yeah, so
Nice.
Selli's gonna just sort of look around and nod and just sort of take off her cloak and bundle it up and shove it into her hammer space because it's a little bit too bulky for being inside.
Mm-hmm. And Scribbles does the same with his coat as they get inside. He puts it in his hammer space as he's like, we're here for the reservation for Scrambles, and the waitress nods like, oh yes, here, say, give me a second, and I'll get make sure the table is ready for you. And she goes off and then comes back a couple minutes later. Is like, follow me, please. As she leads them to a little bit more. Say they and the inside of the house has a lot of pictures, nicely framed pictures of not only the family that runs this place, but also of some scenes around Inkwell, along with some other paintings. Very sort of artistic feel for this restaurant.
Okay. Selli will admire the art as they walk through the restaurant.
Yeah, and they're set down to a little corner of the restaurant, slightly sectioned off for slightly sectioned off, but it feels like it sort of matches with this theme because it's sort of very closed in, but yet sort of romantic sort of feel to it.
Yep. Groovy.
I hope you like Italian food. I mean, I'm not very sure if you had it or not, but
No, I'm not sure. But I'm sure if it's something that you like, I'm sure I'll like it just fine.
oh, I hope you do. Let's say, and he blushes, and they say, and they have and he like looks at the menu.
Selli will do the same, and she'll take a long time deciding because she's gonna have to like read the descriptions under everything. So it's like, I've never heard of almost everything on the menu. I understand garlic bread. That makes sense.
Yes.
Oh dear. Does Scribbles have a favourite? What does Scribbles go for?
Scribbles is gonna go for the tried and true spaghetti and meatballs. Like
Oh
he likes his pasta.
I mean, Selli's a big fan of pasta as well. What should she get? I think she might get a lasagna.
Ooh, lasagna is also really good.
Mm.
Yeah, it's like say what does Selly drink? Like
Mm, she'll probably get. Mm, I'm gonna say a mulled grape juice.
nice. He's probably gonna say Scribbles is probably gonna some great probably get the same thing.
Mm, red grape juice, warmed up with some spices. Christmassy.
It is. It's very good.
Not that they have Christmas in Ankwell, but you know, seasonal.
Yeah, seasonal.
Seasonal.
Yeah, say they order and get their say they get their order in. It's like this is to say I heard that I will be honest I haven't been to this restaurant before, but I've heard that it's very good for dates, and I've heard a lot of good reviews. So hopefully the food is good here. You know, he just blushes and looks away.
She's gonna reach out and touch his hand. You needn't worry so much, Scribbles. I'm having a wonderful time. And
I mean,
spending time with you is lovely no matter where we go.
and Scribble blushes and smiles as she says that. It's like, I mean, I know, and I'm glad, but still, I want to make tonight a little bit special for you. It's like give you, I don't know, proper date. I don't know what do you call it. It's just I want to give you a nicer evening to ourselves. You know?
It is rather odd not having Scratch around.
Yeah, tell me about it. It's weird him not being here, but at the same time, it's just like I've definitely enjoyed being with you, and I don't really worry about him. I know Marigold will make sure to keep him safe.
And he can always retreat into your spellbook, can't he? If something were to
Yeah,
happen.
yeah, definitely. I know she's taking good care of my spell book too. It's just I still get nervous a little bit. It's like I know he's in his ambulata form, and he should, in theory, be okay if the spell book is away for him. But I'd rather be safe than sorry. Make sure to keep it near him just in case.
She nods. We can always check in with them after dinner if you're worried.
No. I'll be fine. I'm guessing he blushes like, well, being a parent is first night out from since really becoming a parent. It's weird, but nice, but weird also.
Scrambles, I've been there, mate. It is. It is a very strange feeling. You're like, I feel like I've lost a limb. And you're just, 10 minutes drive away from where your kid is. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I feel you, Scribbles. I feel you so much right now, man. It is legit a thing. Excuse me. Oh dear. So I'm gonna go out on lemons and assume they have a very, very lovely dinner.
Yeah, they have a very, very lovely dinner.
Oh dear. I think Scribbles has seen Selli eat before, but it's always really fun to just sort of point out how Pokemon eat because they don't have a mouth. So they just sort of just jab food into their face and it just sort of disappears as if they were taking bites. But like you don't see anything. It's almost as if like when you blink they've taken a bite or something. It's
Yeah.
it's just how it be.
Yeah, and I feel like Scratch is in a similar situation, especially when he's not in his ambulata form, where it's very similar of how he like eats. It's very similar to a Pokemon since he doesn't have a mouth either.
Yep. Just it disappears into the void.
It's gone forever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But they have a very nice dinner, and it's very lovely food.
Mm. And I think when Selly's finished, like she does eat with all the poise of a noble woman because she's nobility.
Yeah.
And she should have put her cutlery down very, very neat and proper and have her hands on her lap and wait for Scribbles to finish. And she's very excited for the light show that they're going to next. She said, but she doesn't want to say anything. But she's just sort of sitting there. She had a really nice dinner and she's like, ooh, next thing. Exciting. Thing.
Yes. And Scribbles is done soon after that. He's being a little bit slow because he doesn't want to accidentally like get pasta sauce on his nice shirt that he's wearing. He wanted to dress up a little bit for this. It's just like wanted to impress his beautiful noble girlfriend.
You don't have to try hard for that.
Yeah, but he eventually gets done too soon after her. It's like let me say, did you enjoy your meal?
It was delightful. Very warm. I don't
Yeah,
think I could eat another bite.
yeah, me neither. It's so filling. The waitress comes over with the check and stuff, and he obviously pays for it and everything.
Mm-mm.
They he put in once he's done paying for it, he gets up and hand like yeah can't speak. He outreaches a hand to help stand up. Well, where could go if we're gonna catch the lights show?
And she grins and accepts the hand, and she's just nods because she's just excited.
So is he. But let's see if he can get his coat out. Let's see if we get a fumble.
Ah, yes, the dangers of hammer space. Now we're good.
All right.
We're both
Not
good.
tonight.
Yep. Thanks, Dice Passer. Thanks for not ruining the mood.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Yeah, and he gets his coat on and he waits for her to get her cloak on.
Yep. She'll just pull it out of her hammer space and give it a little shake, and you know, it's always a very satisfying like twirl when you twirl on a full circle cloak.
Mm-hmm.
I love my full circle cloak. It is warm.
Yeah, they're nice.
I highly recommend people wearing them just day to day. Winter wear. They're great.
I haven't had one in a very long time.
Yeah, she'll put on her cloak and pull the hood up so that her head stays warm as they head for the door.
Yeah, and he leads her to the door.
Dark means cold.
Yeah, dark means cold. And he makes sure to like lead her safely through the dark, and the street lights are out, and along with all the other lights that happen around Toontown, because I feel like it's almost like the night sky at night. It's almost like New York. I feel like in Animus time and Toontown, it's like it looks like the city never sleeps because there's so many damn Animus lights around.
Oh, cool. Well, Selli will definitely be just looking around in wonder at that. Like, they would have seen a
Yeah,
little bit of it near their apartment, but, like, this is going out for the purpose of looking at these things.
exactly. And there's different shapes, like there's stars, there's sleighs, there's different Animus like themed lights along with like the regular like streamed like fairy lights
Mm.
that are around.
Yeah.
It,
Well, she's just looking around and just hugging Scribbles' arm. Just having a good time.
and yeah, he's smiling brightly as he leads her to the park where there's a lot more of the lights where there's like different like little artistic like set like pictures that are made out of the lights and stuff, and he leads her to an amphitheater area where there's a sort of a little bubble of like warmth for the amphitheater like made with magic. Is like, so the amphitheater isn't like totally cold, especially for like the instruments and stuff, because that's bad to be have instruments out in cold for too long.
Eh. And some instruments are really hard to play with, like gloves. So, like, if it's too cold, your fingers turn into little frozen sausages.
Exactly. So there's a giant like magical bubble around the amphitheater and like the little sitting stand areas.
Mm.
So the performers are warm and the people are warm.
Oh, that's quite clever. I like that.
Me too. Say, though I'm not surprised. They say instruments are very temperamental, so you know, get to make sure that they're all in tip-top shape,
She
and magic
nods.
helps a lot with that.
Mm-mm. Magic is very useful.
I agree. It's a wonderful. As he leads her to a place to sit.
No, she's just sort of taking it all in. She's excited. That's all I have to say on the matter. She's just sort of enjoying and absorbing everything because this is nothing like she's done before.
And he smiles as the performers eventually get on the stage and they start playing, and they play different Animus songs for their concert, and all the lights are like flickering on and like showing different colors with the performance and stuff, and it's all so beautiful.
Selli's eye has a star in it, like Steven Universe style star.
Oh, yeah. And Scribbles is like half paying attention to the concert, but also he like is almost like mesmerized for her like amazement and wonder. It's just a very loving look in his face. It's just adoring that seeing her happy.
No. I'm gonna do a quick roll. What am I gonna roll? I'm gonna roll that. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Yeah, thought so. So she's just sitting there and she's trying really hard not to glow too much, but she's glowing quite a bit. Like, it's not quite Gondor calls for aid, but it's enough to read by.
Oh. Yeah, and
And I rolled it in the gallery. Oh well.
that's alright. Yeah. As a Scribbles is smiling at this too as he wraps an arm around her, like pulls her close to him.
And she's just gonna snuggle into his side.
Yeah, and the concert goes on for a while, and then it's over, and everyone claps, and everyone and then slowly files out.
Mm. And she just keep holding on to him. That was amazing.
Yeah, I agree. That was indeed amazing.
Thank you for bringing me to see the concert, Scribbles. It was lovely.
No problem. I very much enjoyed it. Though the lights were amazing, but when I see you glow, it beats any lights show that I've seen.
Smooth as has. Wow. Oh gosh, she's just that has doubled how much she's glowing right now. Like absolutely doubled it. And she just sort of puts a hand on her face, and you can sort of tell she's trying to keep a lid on it, but she's just like internally. Oh, Scribbles, you one-shotted her so bad.
Oh, you think that's bad? He sees this. His hand gently touches cups her face, and he smiles as he brushes his thumb against her cheek. And he's like, I love it when you do that. So adorable. As he leans down, and where he suspect her mouth would be, just kisses her.
Oh my goodness. I don't think there's any way that she can hide this, but I'm gonna roll it anyway. At disadvantage. You know what? I'm not gonna do it at disadvantage. That's a nat 1. That's as disadvantage as you get. Yeah, she can't hide that. The beacon is lit. She is glowing like not quite like the sun, but a lot. She's just standing there, and oh my goodness. I don't have words to describe how happy and bright she is right now. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Oh man. Oh man.
Yes. Mission accomplished for Scribbles.
Well done, sir. Oh gosh. She likes him so much. She loves him so much.
And to put the cherry on top, as he stops kissing her, he softly says, I love you, Selli.
Oh, I am deceased. Oh, that's just too cute. Yeah, I think it's gonna take her a second to kind of be able to respond, and she's just all blush and all glow and just very softly, I love you too, Scribbles. So much.
He just then pulls her into a hug.
No. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh gosh. I think that's probably a really nice spot to leave them. What do you think?
They're on and they slowly walk their way back to the apartment to do whatever happens there.
Oh dear, oh dear. I think she's probably trying to pull her cloak down over her glow so that she doesn't blind people on the walk back. But
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not gonna stop glowing for a while.
Yeah.
You have a nightlight now, Scribbles.
He has a nightlight, indeed, and he loves every bit of it. See, he knows that glowing means happiness, and if she's glowing this brightly, he's just like, yes, this date has been very successful.
Oh dear. Well, thank you, Winona. This was absolutely adorable. I'm dead. Dead from cute overload. Ah!
Yeah, I say thank you for doing this. I say we've been wanting to do this, and I'm so happy we got a chance.
I got to have that little lovely romantic date. No.
Yes, a romantic date. Yeah. And thank you for everyone listening in here, now, in the future. I hope you have a good time zone. Bye.
Bye.